All right, it's another edition of Empty the Bench. In fact, it's the 75th edition of Empty the Bench. Tom Albano here along with Nick Fodera and Nick Morgasen. As always, gentlemen, it's a little bit more of a quiet week for once. I can't believe I'm saying that. We're actually not going to be talking our heads off for an hour. Well, maybe
jinx it.
Shh. Well, let me correct myself. Maybe there might be something which we might have Nick Morgasen here going on a couple of tirades, but at the but that's for a little later.
I love that look on his face. He can't hold it in anymore. Oh God!
God damn it! Freaking NBA. Okay, sorry, I'm too soon.
Yeah, a little soon. I'm gonna pull the leash on you. All right, so let's begin with our top story of the week. We had a couple of choices here for top story of the week, and we'll get to the second one in just a little bit, but we'll start things off on the bad foot, which is the more information about Mickey Callaway. So obviously we've had the story in the past about Mickey Callaway and the allegations against him being, allegedly being a pervinal, and now we have this report that allegedly the Cleveland Indians knew of the complaints and allegations against Mickey Callaway, and basically, would the term be failed to act?
Well, yeah. At worst, it's failed to act. At best, it's failed to act. At worst, it's actively covered up.
Well, we got to add one thing I'll let you finish that point, Nick, but we got to add that there was an update to this story. A second story came out from Katie String and Brittany Garoli, who both are senior writers for The Athletic. And what's happening, there's a massive amount of women that have come out now.
I think it's up to 7.
No.
I checked.
We're talking about like 12 or 15 women now.
Okay.
And to give I was gonna say, I don't know how inside we want to get, but Nick, you contacted Katie and tried to see if you can get a word with her. And can you say the message that you got back?
Yeah, so I contacted her. If it wasn't trust me, she's got a huge job. She's investigating a huge story that's going on in Major League Baseball. And so I said, can you come on? And I don't blame her. She's busy. And she said, unfortunately, I can't do it right now. There's double back reporting going on. There's going to be second and third stories coming out.
Which was a little bit of a shock because, well, first of all, let me finish my point from before. And my point from before is, I guess we can file the information that we know that the Cleveland Indians were covering this up under. We can file that under D for duh, because honestly, every time a powerful a person with authority, a man with authority, abuses that authority and sexually, harasses people, there is always a bigger organization trailing right behind him with a dustpan and a broom. They're always waiting to clean it up, because stuff like Mickey Callaway doesn't get away with it unless the Indians didn't already know about it or were actively trying to hush it, keep sweeping.
Yeah, but at the same time, the way that this whole story is going, why does the man still technically have a job with the Angels?
That's my other question. How much more investigation do the Angels need to do?
0
before they give him the heave-ho.
I'm tired of this whole thing that Major League Baseball seems to be the one sport where we just go.
Well, now I have a question. Isn't there supposed to be some sort of morality clauses or whatever?
What morality clause? Sports doesn't have morality clauses anymore.
I mean, did they used to?
No. Well, technically they're supposed to.
Technically they're supposed to, but do they follow them? Evidently not. But the longer this goes on, and I was going to mention this too, the longer this goes on, the worse Sandy Alderson looks.
I was going to say, you're talking about teams acting or not acting on these kinds of allegations. When the Kansas City Chiefs, if you remember going back into the Kareem Hunt situation, when the Kansas City Chiefs were, handling a situation a lot better and a lot more stricter than in this case with Major League Baseball and the Angels, that's not a good look on you.
No.
Especially when you're dealing with Roger Two Checks Goodell. And
again, this goes back to the point that Manfred and Adam Silver, which we'll get to later, Nick, I leash you again, they seem to be competing for the chance to jump at Roger Goodell for worst commissioner in sports at this rate.
I mean, it's crazy to me.
It's a war at this point. It is.
But it's crazy to me that we're looking at the way commissioners are running their sports. And right now, it's like a jockeying for position, but going to last place instead of first place.
To be honest with you, I don't think a team has had a worse offseason, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but at least what are we going to do? What are we going to do to stop these issues? So far, I haven't heard.
The first thing you do is fire Mickey Callaway. That's job one.
Yeah, but obviously Rob Manfred doesn't have the balls to fire Mickey Callaway.
Well, Rob Manfred can't do that.
Then it's on Jerry DiPoto.
No, but you know what's bad about this whole situation, and not to rehash the first part of this story, the Angels were the one that put him on leave, not Major League Baseball.
Well, exactly. Well, technically, only them have the authority?
Right. I was going to say, first of all, the Angels, I think, were the only ones who had the authority to do so, which you could try to give credit for. But like you said, how much more investigating needs to be done before they finally give the heave home?
How much more rope are you supposed to give until you hang yourself, which is the old cliche as we talk about in sports?
I mean, they're looking, with the amount of rope they're giving him, they're looking to knit a blanket, I think.
I was going to say, okay, so that's the Angels part, but now the Indians, like you said, Nick, I mean, talk about an off season to forget. So let's see. There's the whole naming controversy, which this is going to be the last year that the Indians are going to be such. Now we have this, the loss of Francisco Lindor. I mean, like you said, what a disaster. What an utter disaster.
There's no way to win this situation, whether it's the Angels, whether it's the Indians, and if we really don't have the time to go into it, but Terry Francona's son coming out and calling out his own father and saying, why didn't you actually act on the whole situation?
And to say, well, one of the things that Nick Francona actually did say in that message, which I think was posted to Instagram,
yes,
was that his father, quote unquote, didn't get it. Now, I don't know whether that means he literally didn't understand what was going on or he just doesn't see how this is important.
I can tell you what that is.
That this is the latter rather than the former, because how can you get to 60 some odd years old as Tito is and not understand the intricacies of what's going on here?
Nick, I can tell you what it is. It's called hear no evil, see no evil, say no evil. That's what it is.
He probably put his career over the needs over what was happening to these women. He didn't care. All I know is baseball. I don't know anything else.
And to see a family implosion like that in public is just yikes.
Yikes.
There's no way to make this situation better unless you totally shun Mickey Callaway and say, there's the door, don't let it hit you on the effing ass on the way out.
And sorry to take another shot at the crosstown rivals, but my God, this just makes the Mets even look worse.
Yeah, I said that before. The longer this goes on, the worse Sandy Alderson looks, because you can't tell me that this did not happen while he was a member of the Mets. You cannot tell me that.
Wait a minute. It happened, if you remember the story correctly, it actually happened right before the hiring process with the Mets. We had the Mets had the Jet Porter situation already this offseason. So, I mean, my God, like once of a bad background check.
Yeah. Once is bad enough.
Twice, not just twice, but twice within a 5-year span.
Twice within was Mickey Callaway. That was less than 5 years ago, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wait a minute, Nick. What was that saying that we talked about in the pre-show meetings?
Yeah, Nick was just saying it. Fool me once, shame on me.
Shame on me. Fool me twice.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
No, but the one talking about like where it becomes a habit. Do you remember that?
Yeah, once is an accident, twice is a habit,
three times is a career.
Yeah. So for this is becoming a career for the Mets at this point.
I was going to say, and actually we can, in terms of investigating hiring, we can stretch it to career if you consider that last offseason, they hired Carlos Beltran as the manager, only for him to get fired.
Immediately got suspended for cheating.
I want to know. Wait a minute. I want to know who the background check or the organization or the PR team that they're using to do their background checks, because I think the three of us could do it better than that team of people.
Well, considering that department is probably just inhabited by a half-eaten sandwich sitting at a desk. I mean...
Wait, can we get the guy from Cheaters to be the new PI reporter for the Mets?
I mean, he'd do a better job. The interviews would definitely be more interesting, but
it would be entertaining content, to say the least.
Yeah, it would.
I don't know. Long story short, I would just say the Angels need to wake up, fire his ass, move on. Rob Manfred's got to take his part of the blame here, and people are going to say, what do you mean Rob Manfred's got the blame? Yes, he's got part of the blame because he's not acting on it.
All right, moving on now.
And actually, wait a minute. Put that one comment. That's my friend who's the Met fan up there.
Oh, Anthony. Hi, Anthony.
Yeah, so
Anthony's saying that this is sadly all of baseball. And I mean, this is just another blow to baseball's reputation. I mean, you think about all this madness that's going on in the off season. You think about all of the players unions and the owners and Commissioner Manfred. Like this doesn't help baseball's reputation being in the freaking toilet.
It's not helping shit. And I think what's going to happen here at this point is Major League Baseball and the owners need to make a decision. Is Rob Manfred smart enough to run this league anymore? Because right now I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so either. And there's another whole thing to the MLB that we'll get into in a little bit. But first, all right, let's talk about the other big story of the week coming from football, actually an on the field, situation. JJ Watt has made a signing, and this one absolutely baffles me. So we think that JJ Watt, what have we said for weeks? We had the potential that he would go over to Pittsburgh to be with his brothers.
Or the
Browns. We had the mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell, which we're thinking, okay, mitochondria, 11 letters, Buffalo Bills, 11 letters.
Wait a minute. Context is necessary here a little bit. We got to explain this. So I saw a tweet. You guys saw a tweet.
Everybody it was a subliminal tweet. Everyone was trying to figure out what exactly it meant. We had the 11 letters of the Bills. I liked Frank Isola's interpretation, which was an anagram. It should have been monitor a shy D, which he might have gone to the Bears.
Which was completely wrong in every aspect of it.
Of all the teams that he chooses a 2-year deal with the Arizona Cardinals.
And by the way, you can thank JJ Watt because he kind of pulled his own Adam Schefter and broke his own news.
Source
He
me.
he broke his own news. Source is me.
Hey, Adam Schefter, F you. I don't need you.
Yeah, I'll do it. Well, since you all weren't expecting it, I don't know how Schefter would have picked up on it had he not said anything.
Hey, Schefter. Hey, Rappaport. We don't need you.
Because I can't remember them even hearing any whispers about the Arizona Cardinals being in play for him.
Well, there's one specific reason I think he went to Arizona.
Well, I'll say there is actually a report out that he allegedly had texted Kyler Murray, the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. He's basically, I'll say, I don't know if this is word for word, but paraphrasing, basically.
Oh, I saw the DM.
I came here because of you, because I believe in you.
Player tampering? I think not. Anyway,
I mean,
I don't know if I'd say tampering, but no pressure, Tyler.
Reaches out to the quarterback. I mean, if it's the other way around, that's tampering. But
I was gonna say no. You know what this is? This is no pressure, Kyler.
Yeah, you're fine.
Wait a minute. What about Hopkins? He's there also, isn't he?
I was going to get to the comment, guys. the Cardinals look like the Texans bitch. I mean, the Texans look like the Cardinals bitch.
They do. It's bad enough that Bill O'Brien got fleeced. It's bad enough that they committed highway robbery and took everything but the pair of underpants he was wearing. And I'm not entirely sure they didn't take in that too. I mean, yes, it is like it is a Trevor Bauer. It's like, oh, here it is. It's like it's a sleight of hand. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Ah!
No, it's perfect. Like when we had the whole controversy with Trevor Bauer and whether he was going to be in a Met uniform. It's like J.J. Watt. All right, he's going to be in Pittsburgh. He's going to be with his brothers. Oh, wait.
Oh, oops. Well,
So
you know what? Shame on us that we're turned into clowns.
But I mean, so now, guys, let me ask you this question. Are the Arizona Cardinals better with J.J. Watt? That's number one, actually. And 1B would be, does the J.J. Watt signing make them a contender?
Yes, absolutely.
I would say yes, they are better. No, they are not a contender yet.
I would say yes, they are better. I think it depends on what your definition of contender is. In that, could this be the signing that gets them over the hump into the playoffs? Because remember, they had just narrowly missed the playoffs this season. I think this could, as long as J.J. Watt stays healthy. Of course, J.J. Watt has had injury problems over the last several seasons. Now, that being said, does this mean they'll be able to compete with the likes of the Chiefs and the Bucks and the Packers? I don't know for certain.
See, getting into the playoffs is one thing. Doing something in the playoffs when you're there, that's another thing entirely.
I mean, the way this whole situation went, I could see Deshaun Watson now being traded to the Cardinals, and let's just bring the Texans over to Arizona.
Let's just turn the Texans into the Arizona Cardinals.
You know what? This is what I think of the Texans right now.
Oh, God.
It happens.
So
that's going to sum up the Texans' 2021 season.
It really is, because when the most positive headline comes out of the Athletic about how dysfunctional your front office is, it can only go downhill from there, folks.
I mean, I can't see anything happening but Deshaun Watson. It'll probably be a little while. It'll probably be longer than it should, but they'll end up having to trade him without a doubt.
Pretty much.
As much as they say, oh no, we're fine. We don't.
Anybody else getting Antonio Brown flashbacks? Because
I'm getting Le'Veon Bell flashbacks.
Oh yeah. He's starting to remind me of that, and I don't like that feeling. I don't. All
right, and then there's one other. Speaking of quarterbacks and the NFL, we're already at our lower headlines. I can't believe it. Alex Smith has officially been released by the Washington football team. However, Smith does intend to play in the NFL in 2021. So I guess Washington. I guess this is the Taylor Heinicke era. I
mean, as far as Alex Smith goes, did you really want to keep playing for Washington?
I mean, on one hand, exactly what you said. On one hand, I guess he gets to go to a better team, but on the other hand, just think about it. Alex Smith, we think he's never going to play in the NFL again. We think there's a chance that his life could have been in danger with the injury that he suffered.
He could have died. He could have bled out during these surgeries. I mean, like, it's such a weird situation.
And he comes back. He's originally the backup, and then Allen goes down, so Smith becomes the top quarterback. Now, Smith, of course, he has his health issues, so sometimes he can't get on the field. Like Heinicke was the quarterback during the playoff game. But the thing is, he comes back. He wins the comeback player of the year. He helps lead Washington to a division title. They get the team into the playoffs for the first time in just under 10 years. And then, okay, bye-bye.
Yep. Goodbye.
I correct myself. That is not just going to be the anthem of the Texans season. That, I think, is the anthem of the NFC East.
It really is, because at this point, I mean, I I'd be happy if somebody just if somebody just crawled above 500.
You mean like the Giants?
I mean, well, God willing, but we know how much.
Just so you know, I can take that shot because my team is so terrible.
Yes,
so.
I know you can take that shot. Please come and suck with us. Come on.
I already do, so it doesn't matter.
We already do. We're all sucking together
There's
already.
plenty of room in the sucking cabin. Oh my God, that came out wrong. Well, there is.
Hold on.
Well, there is plenty of room.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Oh, God.
All right. So let's take one more shot at Major League Baseball, fellas. So remember the minor leagues and how 40 teams basically got axed, and now we have a minor league system that's like they don't even have division names anymore. It's like AAA East and AAA Pacific, or I don't know the exact names of all these details, but they've shooken up the minor league system. Major League Baseball has taken full control of it. The divisions, the leagues, and everything are all different now, and but we think in 2021, minor league baseball is going to come back better than ever. Yes, Anthony, that did escalate quickly. But now, as I was saying, so we think minor league baseball is going to come back in 2021. Surprise! Major League Baseball wants to use alternate sites again because of the they want to, I guess, keep people on hand because of COVID. And the minor league baseball season is once again delayed. It will start now in May. I hate Rob Manfred.
I mean, if this isn't exactly what we were talking about with the owner of what was his name? Why am I blanking on his name right now?
What?
Which owner?
The minor league team owner we interviewed a couple months back. So,
the Buffalo minor league,
Anthony,
Toronto.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And that was I'm sorry, quarantine brain. I really.
By the way,
I apologize.
I want to say one thing. If you go and watch that interview, he actually explains the whole minor league situation and what went down with Major League Baseball. So if you want an idea of what is actually went down, go listen to that interview because it actually was very informative.
And everything he said was going to happen has happened. So
I just feel so bad because look at the minor league baseball system. You either have, like if your local team basically got axed, the closest ballpark to you might be now, some people have said in the comments like their next closest minor league ballpark might be, 50 miles away or 100 miles away.
It's ridiculous. I mean, don't get me wrong.
And Tom, you were close to it. I mean,
I had the Staten Island Yankees, and now they're gone.
Let's remember something, and we talked about this when we had on what was it, Kyle Glazer from Baseball America?
Yeah, we did.
That he basically was saying that the minor league situation is a mess.
Well, I think all that we have seen with the minor league system, and if you're in the New York area, if you follow that situation with the Staten Island Yankees, I know SI Live, the Staten Island Advance, basically broke down a whole story about the problems between Yankees ownership and the Staten Island Yankees ownership. It just has that example of a question. We actually asked Kyle and Anthony this question, and I think this is just a further proof of my belief of it, that how minor league teams view themselves as like smaller baseball businesses and how Major League Baseball views the minor league clubs, the business models are clashing. It doesn't work.
Well, there's no money in minor league baseball anymore. It's all professional. Like if you look at the
reason that they cut the 40 teams was to get less minor leaguers so they could try to boost up the minor league minimum wage, basically.
But there was also a story that Major League Baseball was not reportedly paying the license fees for minor league baseball apparel. That was another story that was going around.
There's that. I'd say, guys, do you remember like back in 2019 where we did a thing where basically I was working like 3 jobs and we were taking how much I earned, and we were like, I earn just as much, if not more, than some of those minor league guys, and like the rookie systems were being paid. Like It was absolutely insanity.
It really is, and
I'm glad Anthony agrees that the models have definitely clashed.
I mean, there's no other way around it. There's no other way you can there's no other way you can perceive this as, them slowly but surely trying to. How should I put this?
Just say it's a mess.
Just eliminating the minor leagues slowly but surely, and I don't get it.
Well, wait a minute. Major League Baseball last season was going the NFL route, if you remember properly, where they had that
practice squad.
Yeah, practice squad transfer portal is really what they called it, and they had basically a team of everybody that was not signed, and everyone could reach into the transfer portal and say, "I want this player because I have an injury."
Which I just don't think works. And I'd say, and even if they move to that model, I would miss minor league baseball, because minor league baseball, it's like, you get the chance to see these players grow, and you get the chance to have, a local team. Like, think about it. There are states like Iowa, Montana, and Idaho where they don't exactly have a major league team. So the minor league system is their version basically of a local franchise. Now, of course, they're expanding the partner leagues and the independent baseball, but it just doesn't feel the same.
Didn't Major League Baseball have another league that was just made also with a bunch of other teams?
No, that's the thing. Like, they now have a different, like, partner leagues where it's like summer wood bat leagues. Like, now they have like one for rising college freshmen, one for rising college sophomores, juniors, recent graduates. It just
I don't know what the hell they're trying to do.
Here's a question: does baseball go to 2 levels of minor leaguers and create where players come up early instead of their mid-20s?
Wait a minute. That's what's going on in the NBA, and with I saw that they were creating a high school league. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Well, I remember going back. I think maybe to our Unspoken days, or our early Empty the Bench days, where a story came out that obviously we know of the troubles with the NCAA and all the bad stuff about it. That the G League wanted to expand basically to help, so that way basketball players wouldn't have to go to the NCAA. They could just come right out of high school to the G League.
Well, you had issues for the longest time, especially with college basketball, where you could basically, or not even college basketball, you could go right from high school, LeBron, to the NBA, and Kevin Garnett, and a bunch of others that just didn't go to college, and the whole thought process was, oh wait, what if I get injured, like a Greg Oden who played one season,
and then I don't have a college degree, and basically, what basketball, like we were saying, this goes back to the issue of, sports can't be the only thing, you need to be prepared for life outside of it.
Why do you think they have the broadcasting programs now in the professional leagues? They're training people because they need to have careers, because if you think about it, even in baseball, where you would say is probably the least injury prone sport out of all of them, you're not going to have a long career. Athletes don't last as long as other.
I'd say the only thing that basketball, and I'm actually going to group hockey with this, because hockey actually does have 2 levels of minor league here in the United States. We have the AHL and the ECHL. There might be more, I'm not sure, but I know those are like the main 2 minor league systems. But the thing about basketball and hockey is there's also the global aspect. There, you can go to a league in Europe.
Yeah, you can go overseas, play in Russia, play in the Czech Republic, play anywhere you want. Well, you play in certain places in Eastern Europe,
but baseball doesn't exactly have that.
Well,
no, they don't have that.
The difference between the whole college situation, which is what people are talking about, and the professional level, you have eligibility concerns.
Right.
Should agents be involved? Should athletes in sports? And that's a whole different issue.
There probably are global baseball leagues, I'd say, but they're not exactly as prominent, and you may not be facing the best competition. The only global league of outside, Japan, is if you go play Japan.
Well, I think the NBA and basketball are the best at this because they have the leagues all over the world. The Ball brothers, didn't 2 of them?
They played in Lithuania. Yeah.
Right. So there's plenty of other opportunities. Look at was it Tanaka who is now back in Japan.
Yeah. Tanaka went back to the recruiting Golden Eagles.
Right,
So,
and I'll say going back further in the Yankees history, Hiroki Kuroda. He constantly took 1-year deals, and then he went back to Japan for one last season and retired.
Right. So it's all about finding the right opportunity and being able to do what you need to do to survive. As athletes, it's rare to have someone who plays 20 to 22 seasons, 23 seasons.
When you and Anthony, another comment, I think he's going on the right path here. When you retire at 37 to 40 on average, you need another path. Not all players can be coaches, scouts, or broadcasts. There are hundreds of players worldwide every year that retire.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, you have to be able to support yourself, which some of these athletes who make all their money, a la Allen Iverson, who went bankrupt after his career was over, or Antoine Walker.
Or Nate Robinson trying boxing.
Well, that was a massive failure.
Yeah, that was it. That didn't work. Oh, God.
But go ahead.
I was gonna say, but basically, I know this is minor league baseball, but this is just another example of how much baseball's organization structure is a mess. And I hate to say it, but there's going to be a lockout. I don't know how much it's going to affect the 2022 season, but
Major League Baseball, just to round this whole thing out, Major League Baseball has a problem, and so does the Major League Baseball Players Association. This is not just Rob Manfred in the front office. The players get blamed for this as well because they act like a bunch of 2-year-olds who don't want to actually negotiate.
And I think that at the end of the day, the losers, well, we said before, because we said in the 2020 negotiations that the fans were the biggest losers of this because they can't, be entertained with the sport that they love. But now, you add this into the equation, kind of minor league baseball players are also on a loss. Think about it. Some of these players may have only played let's say after the 2019 minor league baseball season ended, some of them may have only played, a couple of 2020 spring training games. And now maybe they're just getting back onto the field. Actually, and then if you consider maybe some of the lower level players, guys who were in like low A in the old system, some of them may not have even played since October of 2019 or September of 2019. Well, this is hurting players' development.
Wait a minute, didn't they get rid of low A ball? Anyway?
Yeah, but I'm saying if they were stuck around, maybe they didn't get a spring training invite this season, and 2020, they wouldn't have had the chance to play. I'm saying that some of these guys, some of these young players, their developments are being hurt.
Right.
Get them back on the field.
It's just one of those things where you're just like, all right, MLB, MLBPA, get your asses to the table, negotiate a proper deal. You're both are going to have to. You ever heard of negotiations that each side has to take a painful cut when it comes to making a proper deal? Well, both sides are basically saying, I want this, and the other side is saying, I want this. So I'm telling you right now, and I'm going to say it again, I've said it on many episodes, if we go to a lockout, Major League Baseball should just shut down for 2 seasons.
I think you're shouting into the wind here, guys. I really do. I hate to say it, but they have shown an astounding inability to listen to what their fans want, to what their players are saying that they want. It's just sticking your fingers in your ears. It really is.
I'd say, I know this wasn't in our, actually, hang on, we do have another comment from Anthony. Baseball needs to wake up and find real common ground. I agree that there will be a lockout and a fight from the end of the World Series into February, which I say yes, but I'm just saying, again, that's going to cause concerns about the 2022 season because how is it going to run into spring training? Are we going to have a delayed season again? Are we going to have
if there's a lockout, if 2021 is gone, you might as well just say 2022 is non-existent.
The other way. 2022 is gone. 2023.
I mean, if 2021 is gone, 2022 is affected.
Well, 2021's not going to be gone.
I mean, that's what I meant. Sorry,
we're underway right now.
I'm having COVID brain too.
All right, I know this wasn't in our plan today. Just give me like one sentence, guys, because we never really talked about
this story.
So ABC is back in the Super Bowl rotation. I think the earliest it can host is, well, let's see, 56 next year is going to be on NBC. 57 is going to be on Fox. So 58 is going to be the first time that they can host. ESPN has retained the rights to Monday Night Football. Thursday Night Football, however, it's gonna stay on NFL Network, but it's also gonna go to Amazon Prime and the streaming services.
Because that's what Amazon Prime viewers really use it for.
No, they want to go to Twitch where everything is screwed up.
I mean, consider this, guys. Twitch was our sports entertainment basically when there were no sports.
We had a gigantic blackout on Twitch. We couldn't watch the NFL.
Well, I remember the Amazon Prime game, the Amazon Prime exclusive game that they tried in like week 16 of this season. I tried to watch it. I just kept having fucking problems. I will say though, as much as ESPN like overpays for the content rights and it results in massive cuts to, people like us who are responsible for these broadcasts, and I hate that. But at the same time, I do love the fact that ABC is back in the Super Bowl rotation. And I guarantee you that ESPN Monday Night Football crew, that broadcasting crew, I mean, they got it right. The trio that they have now, I think, is actually pretty good.
I mean, it's your non-traditional group of broadcasters. I'll say that.
But it's improvements that they've had over the last several seasons.
What is it? It's Steve Levy, Louis Riddick, and who was the other? I can't remember the other. It's another former quarterback, I think. But
Brees.
Oh, right. So it's good. It's working. But Monday Night Football is still behind the 8 ball when it comes to everything else.
All right, Nick, it's time. Let yourself loose on these two stories right here. So first of all, there is this quote here. I'm confused by this already. James Harden, of course, is with your Brooklyn Nets now. Brooklyn Nets, I believe, are third in the Eastern Conference.
Something like that, either third or fourth in the Eastern Conference. They're going to go far. They're one of the favorites to win the NBA Finals. And the Rockets, meanwhile, are just a sinking ship. They basically have to go into rebuild mode. And there was a comment that despite the Messi departure, the Houston Rockets are looking already into retiring James Harden's jersey. This is a statement by Rockets owner Tillman Fertitta to the Houston Chronicle, quote, "James Harden will always be a Rocket. Of course, we will retire his jersey. He made my first 3 years of owning this franchise unforgettable. The success he brought this franchise over 8 years and the memories he created for our fan base community are truly remarkable." That's my thoughts on this whole James Harden situation. Last time I checked, when you retire a number, doesn't matter if it's the NBA or any sport. Usually it's because wait for it. Oh yeah, that's right. You're retired.
I mean, I guess they're already getting a head start. Maybe they're waiting
breaks or something.
I say maybe they're waiting for the day that James Harden does retire. But
wait a minute. You know what? And I said this to the guys on our pre-show meetings. I said to them, "Is he dead or is he playing still?"
I mean, considering what he wasn't able to do with the Rockets. It really does make about as much sense as the Rangers retiring Eric.
But wait a minute. He's going from one organization that couldn't win the title to an organization that might not win the title again.
I said it's like the Rangers retiring Eric Lindros's jersey.
I mean, that's the thing here. Like, first of all, the fact that they're already planning on retiring a jersey is just asinine. Like, the guy's still playing. I like what you're saying because they gave him a whole tribute, even though the fans booed their heads off.
The tribute is fine. I have no problem with the tribute because that's what happens. Like when different players come back to their former cities, but at the same time, he's not dead.
Anthony agrees that he thinks it's a guaranteed jersey number retirement, but that leads to my second question. Does he exactly deserve a retirement?
No, he didn't win a title. He made it to a conference finals and totally got obliterated.
My thought. I think James Harden's one of the most overrated players in this league. It's like, congratulations on all of those MVPs you got, but you're an absolute choker when it comes to playoff time.
See, originally it was Kevin Durant was the biggest choker in all the NBA, but he finally won a title, actually 2 titles, and then James Harden is now the big choker. Oh, he's the big all-star. He's the MVP. He's gonna win.
Well, how funny you mentioned that, because they all came from the same cloth over in Oklahoma City. It was him, Harden, Durant, and Russell Westbrook all together.
Well, no wonder the two of them wanted to play again. How ironic is that?
I thought you were supposed to be a Nets fan.
I am a Net fan.
Yeah, but shouldn't you be cheering for them?
I'm still not 100% convinced that they're going to win.
On KD's side?
No, but I'm saying, hey, I'll never be on KD's side.
Consider Nick.
Well, then you're a terrible Nets fan, then.
Nick, but consider this. What have we said? They have to win in the next 2 or 3 years, otherwise they're in hell. Considering all the first round picks they gave up.
That's my point.
I understand that, but to sit there, cross your arms, and pout like a 3-year-old who didn't get his popsicle because you've got a good team there, just because Kevin Durant is on it, you sound like Yankee fans, not like
no. Wait a minute. Hold up. Timeout. My point is what I'm saying. First of all, James Harden has played more games on the court than Kevin Durant has played in 2 years.
I'm just saying you should root for them.
No, trust me. I'm as big a Net fan as any other Net fan out there.
I don't think you are.
You want to know how much of a Net fan I have? I've been rooting for the Nets since they were in New Jersey, okay? When Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, and Richard Jefferson were the trio.
My point.
Okay?
All right, one last one here, and it's the big one. Nick, give me your thoughts on the All-Star game tomorrow. Like, we haven't discussed it enough already in the last few weeks. I wanna one up it, Nick. I want you to replay that, but I want you to put the speed up to 1.5.
Oh, you got to give me a second. Let me catch up here. Oh, okay, there we go.
All right.
So, you really want to know my thoughts on the NBA All-Star Game and how
I think it would be an appropriate ending to this show.
Oh, so you want me to leave angry? Okay, good.
Yes.
As I choke all over this conversation. So let's see. The NBA All-Star Game scheduled. We have to put together that everyone needs to sit out for how many games? 5, 6 games before the All-Star Game is supposed to be played. I'm serious. This game should have been canceled.
Right.
Enough. Adam Silver, you need to go away. You're giving me rashes.
That's a little too much information that we need to know.
Yeah.
Adam Silver is all about the freaking money, for crying out loud. He doesn't care if the players are safe from COVID-19. Are you kidding me?
Also, why are we having an all-star game? It's a game for the fans, but no fans are going to be in attendance. That's my question.
That's my point. If you looked at the promo that we put up last night of me having apparently a nightmare about the NBA All-Star Game, go back and check it out at ETB Sports. It's a really good promo. I basically was having a nightmare about how, it's going to be great because we're going to have fans. Oh, wait, we can't do that. Maybe it's because Adam Silver is doing a good job protecting the players. Oh, wait, he's not doing that either. And, maybe I want to see LeBron. Oh, wait, that's me being BSing. Or maybe I want to see Kevin Durant. Oh, wait, he's injured. Okay, so what am I there to watch?
Also, I want to add one more thing here to the fans one. So you have Adam Silver and Mayor Bottoms over there in Atlanta. I know. That's such an unfortunate last name. Because
it sounds like you're making fun of her.
I'm not. I'd say her last name is legitimately.
I know it's Mayor Bottoms, but it's.
I'm going to say one thing.
That's just me being immature. I'm sorry.
I'm going to say one thing, and I knew we were running out of time because I know we got to run. But I'll say, remember we were talking about acronyms for NBA? Do you remember we had that discussion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. NBA, nothing but asshole. Let's see. What else?
Nothing but asinine.
Nothing but asinine. I can't really say the other one I'm thinking because that might be partially inappropriate. I don't know.
I got one. No brains allowed.
No brains allowed. That also.
I'm going to say it anyway just because I'm really pissed off at Adam Silver. So nothing but anal, okay? Because he literally takes it up the ass from the players and doesn't do anything about it.
No, I think you've skedaddled into inappropriate there, dude.
I'm sorry. That's my thoughts on Adam Silver. If you don't like them, get in line.
NBA. God damn it! God damn it!
That's my job. That's my job to make those jokes, not the people listening. Here's my final thoughts on this whole thing, okay? The NBA All-Star Game should not be a thing, okay? We're not protecting the players. We're not doing anything to say, oh, wait, why don't you go take a break and relax?
And as part of it, like all the other stuff surrounding that weekend, like the 3-point competition and the skills challenge and the slam dunk, they're either before the game or at halftime. So you're reducing the quality of what helps make what is normally the All-Star weekend. Oh, by the way, also the rookie-sophomore game. So you made rosters, but you're not going to have the game. You couldn't do the same for this.
Wait, was that the... And then didn't they have the international game, like the USA versus the world rosters? Also?
I think that's what rookie-sophomore turned into.
That was Tom, when you brought that up to me in pre-show meetings, I laughed hysterically when I saw the rosters. Oh, wait, this is just for effect.
You couldn't do the same thing with the All-Star game. And by the way, what I was going to go off with about Mayor Bonhams is that, Adam Silver and Mayor Bonhams basically saying to fans, no, none of you are going to be allowed at this game. Don't travel. Don't do parties. You really think you can control all of America, all the basketball fans in the world, not doing parties and stuff? You really think you have that power?
No, you don't. Somebody's
going to act stupid. You know somebody's going to act stupid.
Yeah, seriously. The NBA needs to get its shit together and figure out, should we really have had the All-Star game and really done this just for money purposes?
What a sports world we're living in, gentlemen.
We'll see. I'll make my judgment after the whole All-Star game. I love how they're calling it NBA All-Star Weekend when it's really just one day.
Because we were originally just going to have a 5-day break, which seemed nice and would allow for flexibility with the COVID situations.
And one last thing, you're affecting your own product by telling stars to sit out of games.
But no!
God damn it.
Anthony, I'm coming after you after this show is over. I'm just making that clear now.
Guess what? The show is over.
Oh, is it? I thought it was still going on. Okay.
No, because I got to run too. All right.
Wait, so you're running fast like Adam Silver is running away from the players?
No, I'm running fast like Adam Silver is running away from COVID.
Oh, that worked. But got it.
All right. That's going to do it for us. Make sure to follow us across our social media pages that you can see here on the bottom. And, thanks for tuning in. Next week, we'll be posting all our favorite clips from this episode, of course, throughout the week. And next week, guys, episode 76, it's our last show before NFL free agency kicks off.
And the quarterback carousel and all that stuff. By the way, if you're looking forward to the clips, you might see me a little bit too much this week. Just throwing that out there. Just a
little bit.
Just a little bit. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for us. For Nick Morgasen and Nick Fodera, I'm Tom Albano. We'll see you next week. Until then, take care.
Good night, everybody!
Good night.